Honorable Ogunwuyi, Chief of Staff to Governor Seyi Makinde, eba mi fún wọn látẹ̀wọ́ ẹjọ́. Deputy Chief of Staff Ijaya, eba mi fún wọn ní àtẹ̀wọ́ tiwọn o. I can see Commissioner mi, the DG, Omitutu 2.0, Bayo Lawal, eba mi fún wọn látẹ̀wọ́ tiwọn ẹjọ́. Executive Chairman Subeb, Dr. Nureni Adeniran, Barrister Fanito, and I can confirm to you now, all the 3 stations of BCOS are also joining us. Oluyole FM is joining us. Alaga àti Òkè Ògùn FM. Ẹ bá mi fún wọn látẹ̀wọ́. Ilé-iṣẹ́ rédíò ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta wọ́n ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. So station ti di méjìlá báyìí tó ń gbé ètò lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Let me tell you that today's edition of Fresh FM, Blast FM debate will be, whether you like it or not, a family affair. I've always seen my sister, Madam Chara, I want due process. Eba mi fún látẹ̀wọ́, tẹ́bà fún látẹ̀wọ́ pépà tá a bá kọ, wọn ò ní jẹ́ kí wọ́n sign ẹ̀ o, ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Solution FM, Chief Adegoke, that's the DG Adelabu campaign for election as far as 2023 is concerned. Any moment from now, the governor of the state will also join us, and we also expect the candidate of APC. But let me also make this abundantly clear. This program is already scheduled, and we have no intention of dragging it beyond the stipulated time. That's why we have told all candidates to ensure they arrive here as I went due. Now, let me say this. Ejo, tabati bere debate, tamatin bere, tamatin down. A fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ kú, a fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ pariwo, a fẹ́ àtẹ̀wọ́ tí ó necessary. Gómìnà mọ̀rọ̀ sọ, Adélabú mọ̀rọ̀ sọ, wọ́n lè sọ̀rọ̀ kó múnú yín dùn, but ẹ jẹ́ ká wà moderate ní dispositions wa, because we are showing the beautiful state called Oyo, Oyo State ní wọ́n ń pè bí. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me also ask you to please, eba mi fún wọn ní àtẹ̀wọ́ tó rinlẹ̀. He invested heavily as far as this project is concerned. Yes, and it is courtesy of him that Fresh FM has been able to plug on as far as today's event is concerned. He's no other person than the chairman, CEO of Fresh FM Nigeria, Dr. Yinka Ayefele, MON. Eba mi fún ọjà ní àtẹ̀wọ́. Ìgbà tí aláfẹ́ ṣe debate, a ní Fresh FM, àwa ní political headquarters. Àmọ́ bí tí ọ̀rọ̀ ìbòdé lọ́yọ̀ state lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Àmọ́ àwọn tó lè win ward. Àmọ́ àwọn tó lè win local government from what data seem to be showing to us. Adẹ̀tíjókòó pẹ̀lú àwọn olóṣèlú lóríṣiríṣi. Àmọ́ àwọn tó gbé àpótí ìbò torí wọ́n gbé àpótí ìbò. Àmọ́ àwọn tó gbé àpótí ìbò torí bí wọ́n fẹ́ negotiate. Àwa náà mọ̀ wọ́n. But àmọ́ pa àwọn kan wà. They are in this race to the end. And of course, they are the one you are going to see here. Let me also say this. Emudanio. In 2019, I said it. 2023, I'm going to say it again. But I would say it when other candidates step in. Because Chief Adebayo Adelabu is already live here. Once they are in, I will make that pronouncement. The two panels that we have today. Here we have scholars. Dr. Jadokun from Leeds City University. Professor Ojalokun Rada is now a professor. Dr. Busari from Leeds City University. And from Nigerian Tribune, we have a pastor, Suleiman Olaniwaju. Panel kan làwọn ẹ bá mi fún àwọn panel ní àtẹ́wọ́. Wọ́n do one of the sessions. Àwọn èèyàn mi ẹ ti mọ̀ wọ́n. Àwọn gang. Wọ́n do another session. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá mi fún àwọn gang ní àtẹ́wọ́ torí ilẹ̀ ẹjọ́. The final stage of the debate, I'm going to handle it, and that is crossfire. We are going to see fireworks between these candidates when I hold the microphone as I take them through what I've heard from them, what they said during town halls, the records that they have, and I'm going to contrast that. And during that session, the contestants will have the opportunity of asking themselves questions. Gómìnà ó béèrè ìbéèrè o lọ́wọ́ àwọn akẹgbẹ́ wọn. Àwọn akẹgbẹ́ wọn náà ó béèrè ìbéèrè lọ́wọ́ gómìnà. And that is the way this conversation will run. Let me also say this. Our candidates, questions will be asked in English. But you are very free, like we did during town hall, to explain yourself using both languages. Àti Òyìnbó, àti Yorùbá, torí àwọn èèyàn wa tí wà ní agbègbè tí wọ́n ń gbọ́ wa lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí tí èdè Ìgbò tí ò yé wọn. So àwọn olùdíje wọn máa bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ ní èdè Ìgbò, wọ́n dẹ̀ máa bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ ní èdè Yorùbá. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me also recognize members of the ESCOs that are also here. Commissioners, I've seen lots of them. Commissioner for Infrastructure Works, Professor Ngodoyin is here. Commissioner for Education, Barrister Abdurrahman is here. Commissioner for Environment, Ajawadi Gbogbo Keguni, Baba Oni, also here. And Commissioner for Lands, Olayiwola, and the man in charge of street lights. Barrister Shewan Alamu, thank you so much for joining us. So, chairmen of various local governments that are here, chairmen of boards, parastatals, we appreciate your coming. And that in the next few minutes, the moment His Excellency steps in, and we're expecting other candidates, we will get this event on board. Let me quickly take just 30 seconds each from my panelists as they address you. I'll start with Dr. Ojedokun. What are we looking at from this candidate today?
Well, in terms of his width, his breadth, his understanding of the dynamics of politics in Oyo State, how is he going to deal with issues of infrastructure, employment, education? How is he going to replicate the fact that Oyo State, Ibadan, is the center of not just learning, but culture, and of course, commerce in Yoruba land? How is he going to bring that out? And of course, how is he going to ensure that in terms of the league table in performance, WAEC and NECO, that Oyo State reclaims its place? Also, the interaction between the various parts of Oyo State. How is he going to ensure that there's peace in places like the north of Oyo State, and the places like where we've had issues, crisis, and insecurity? So we'll be looking to explore those sort of questions. And of course, the legal question. How is he going to maintain local government autonomy? And of course, how is he going to ensure that we have a judiciary that is independent and a judiciary that is able to dispense fairness and justice to the people of Oyo State? So we'll be looking at all those sort of things today. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. While I adopt all that Dr. Olu Ojedokun has mentioned, I want to add that Ibadan is not only economic, commerce, and whatever as headquarters. Ibadan is political headquarters of the West. So we cannot afford to have just anybody sitting over governors in Oyo State. And where we are today, the expectation is that Oyo State should continue to move forward and forward and forward. So we are expecting from the candidates how they are going to bring to bear their wealth of experience, their background, their pedigree in moving Oyo State forward. Thank you.
What we expect to hear from the candidates today is their plan to develop Oyo State. Their plan to take out of school children out of the streets and to school. Their plan to develop our healthcare delivery system. Their plan to transform the education sector, and their plan to grow the economy of your state. Their plan to reduce poverty and hardship in the state. So we believe that's going to be a very robust meeting today. Thank you.
These gentlemen, week in, week out, in the last 6 years, they've been drilling our expected candidates. And individually, they will have a session with them. What should we be looking at? Let me start with number one journalist in the state. In terms of the interaction, what are your expectations as you engage this candidate today?
Thank you very much, Mayor. Good evening, everybody. This is Oyo State. This is Ibadan. What is critical at this moment is peace, love, equity, justice, and fairness. If that is what we are having at the back of our minds, there will not be any problem for our dear state. Like I keep telling people, whether PDP, whether APC, whether Accord, NNPP, SDP, and others, we are all one big family. And in Nigeria, there is no clear-cut political ideology that defines or disintegrates the one party from another. That tells you that we must see ourselves as one big family if it's about service to humanity, service to God, and governance for all of us as Nigerians, people of Oyo State in particular. So on that note, I want to see all the graduates from Bayo Adelabu Accord to Engineer Seyi Makinde, the governor, seeking second term in office, to Teslim Kolawole Folarin, APC candidate, and also to POJ, NNPP candidate. They must embrace, at the end of today's event, that there won't be crisis, there won't be winner takes all. We can qualify what they call rainbow government. At the end of the day, if it's about service to humanity, whatever is good from Accord, PDP, APC, NNPP, we can actually coordinate and collect all this agenda together and give to the eventual winner at the end of the day to implement for the good people of your state. Thank you very much, Mayor. It's going to be a wonderful session today. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Largely, we will also try to interrogate the candidates to determine their capacity to deliver on whatever they are here to promise us today or what they have been promising. We'd like to see what they have done before. And so we also like to see how each of them wants to translate the potentials that Oyo State has into better development for every resident of Oyo State. We have seen the level that the current governor has taken Oyo State. We would also like to see any new thing that any of the candidates wants to offer.
Dare Adekombi.
Thank you very much, Mayor. And good evening, everybody. Good evening, Oyo State and beyond. It's good to be here, and the day that all of us have been waiting for expectantly is here today, and the moment is upon us today when all the major candidates that are running for office of the governor will come here to tell us their program, their plans for development. So we expect that in this debate, there is not going to be motherhood statements. Like I was saying, we expect that the candidates, in espousing what they have for us, how they want to take Oyo State, we don't expect them to give us motherhood statements. We expect them to give us the specifics.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's have a seat, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Otito. 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 Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Can we have a seat, please? No, I will told them. Keep quiet. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies, Otito. Otito. Thank you. 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 Anike Daka Febreto. Eshegan o. Eshegan o. Eshegan. Eshegan. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, this program will start with introduction of the candidates. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, thank you. If you are just joining us, the debate begins right here, right now. Dake àti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ètò báyìí, ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Gómìnà fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀, Adélabú fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká dákẹ́ ká gbóhùn wọn. Your Excellency, the Governor of Oyo State and the candidate of PDP for 2023 election, on behalf of Fresh FM, Blast FM, we welcome you. Thank you so much for coming. Chief Adebayo Adelabu, the candidate of Accord for 2023 gubernatorial election. Thank you so much for coming. Ẹ fún àwọn méjèèjì ní àtẹ́wọ́ tó rinlẹ̀ ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Thank you. We are going to have the second. Please, we want this place to be moved. Please. Move away from here. This is a debate ground. Please move. Move from this place. Please move. Please move. Security, can't help us move them. Thank you. We are going to start now. Thank you. We are going to start now. Please conduct yourself. Conduct yourself, please. The candidates will make a brief address. First, ẹ̀yin olùdíje ẹ bá kí àwọn ará ilé. Chief Adébáyọ̀ Adélabú, your welcome address fún àwọn ará ilé tí wọ́n ń wò wá. You rise. Let's have the second microphone, please. Thank you so much. Ní ìṣẹ́jú kan, a ó gbọ́ ohun tí olùdíje ẹgbẹ́ accord fún ìbò gómìnà tó ń bọ̀ wọ́n kí wa kú ìkàlẹ̀. Àwọn olùdíje ó kí ara lé wọ́n ní ká fi ṣe protocol kí ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ dákẹ́ o ẹ dákẹ́ ẹ ṣe ètò ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. I understand our mother will soon be here. Former First Lady, Chief Mrs. Florence Ajimobi. Ẹ ṣé o, ẹ yẹ ká dákẹ́, ẹ ṣé.
Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ tó ń gbọ́ wa ní ọ̀sán yìí. Mo kí àwọn bàbá wa nílé. Mo kí àwọn màmá wa, àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n wa, àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ wa àti àwọn àbúrò wa. Mo kí yín a kú àsìkò yìí, a kú ìrọ́jú. Ọlọ́run amúgbà tó dáa jù báyìí lọ wá ní agbára Ọlọ́run. Ó ń ṣe ọmọlóòkú bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọn ní símóòkú ẹ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn àlejò wa tí wọ́n níbí ní ọ̀sán yìí. Gbogbo a kú iṣẹ́ ìlú, èrè la máa jẹ́ bẹ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run. Bí ìlú ṣe máa dáná gbogbo wa ń bá kiri lágbára Ọlọ́run a máa jèrè ń bẹ̀.
Àmín.
Mo dẹ̀ kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi gómìnà wa will give ẹ ṣé.
Thank you so much. We don't want Vuvuzela. Please stop blowing Vuvuzela here, please.
Mo kí our own Governor Engineer Seyi Makinde, the Executive Governor of Oyo State. Mo kí ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí. Olúwa máa ràn wá lọ́wọ́. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ accord ẹgbẹ́ mi tó gbogbo àwọn leaders wa. Mo kí yín ẹ ṣé ẹ kú àdúrótì ẹ dẹ̀ kú àtìlẹ́yìn rere ló máa já sí lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Àmín.
Gbogbo ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ olóṣèlú tó wà ní pátápátá PDP APC mo kí gbogbo yín o a kú iṣẹ́ ìlú ọ̀tọ̀ lóṣèlú ọ̀tọ̀ ní ẹbí ní gbogbo wa.
Wow.
Ọmú kan ní gbogbo wa mú ní Ọ̀yọ́ State.
Ẹ fún Adélabú ní àtẹ́wọ́.
Ẹ ṣé wọ́n ní pé òṣèlú ò fàjà. The same goal ní gbogbo wa ń lé to give Oyo State good governance. Oríṣiríṣi ọ̀nà ni a lè gbà débẹ̀ pé ìyàtọ̀ wà ní ẹgbẹ́ kò ní kó fa ìjà inú níbí ni àbí ìwà jàǹdùkú. Mo kí n fún peace àti unity tí a fi ṣe ètò ní ọ̀sán yìí. Ṣùgbọ́n kí n tó gbé microphone sílẹ̀, mo fẹ́ point attention àwọn organizer sí nǹkan kan. Before then, mo kí our chief host, Olóyè Evangelist Yinka Ayéfẹ́lẹ́. Mo kí yín, mo dẹ̀ kí iléeṣẹ́ yín Fresh FM and Brave FM.
Blast FM.
Blast FM fún ipa ribiribi tẹ́ ń kó láti jẹ́ kí ìjọba àwarawa kó fi ìdí múlẹ̀ ní orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Ẹ kú iṣẹ́, Ọlọ́run á fi iṣẹ́ yín lágbára Ọlọ́run. Mo kí Mayor Isaac Brown. You are doing a wonderful job. Please keep it up. We are proud to have you in Oyo State. And the gang, the number one journalist in Oyo State, Chief Agbaki Demola Babalola, and Pastor Bisi Oladele, and Dare Adekombi Ekushe. Mo dẹ̀ kí àwọn panelists wa, Prof from Lead City, mo kí Dr. Bayo Busari, and my own brother Suleiman láti Tribune. Ẹ ṣé. Ó tí mo fẹ́ point attention wa sí ni wípé whatever is worth doing at all is worth doing well. And agreement is an agreement. And I believe it should be sacrosanct. We should not be cutting corners when I've agreed on a way to arrange ourselves. When I got the invitation for this debate, the organizers promised me that we are going to provide a level playing ground. And they asked each of the 3 political parties invited here to make available 300 members of their party each. That we are going to provide space in 3 sections: Accord, APC, and PDP. But to my surprise, I don't know what happened. We only have 2 parties here. And 1/3 of the space is occupied by my party members, Accord. While the remaining 2/3 belong to the PDP. Please, this is clearly a PDP event. Yes. And this debate may not continue if adjustment, correction is not made to this. I don't think I can make myself available in this kind of environment. It is not fair. I believe in fairness, equity, and justice. This is not fair. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ẹ bá mi fún olóyè ní àtẹ́wọ́. À ń fèsì sí. But ká tó fèsì sí. Olùdíje nínú ẹgbẹ́ PDP, gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́, yóò kí ẹ̀yin ará ilé, wọ́n sì bá yín sọ̀rọ̀. His Excellency, Governor Seyi Makinde.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká jókòó. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má jẹ́ ká pariwo so that the benefit n ta fẹ́ ṣe lénìí kò ń ṣàwátà wà nínú hall yìí nìkan ni a jẹ́ stakeholders ní Ọ̀yọ́ State. Àwọn èèyàn wà nílé and all over tí wọ́n ń gbọ́ wa. So please let us comport ourselves. Mi ò fẹ́ ẹ rí i pé mo kọ́kọ́ ń wá ibi tí wọ́n lẹ logo PDP mọ́. Mi ò fẹ́ lọ kí n lọ dúró sí ibi tí wọ́n lẹ logo ẹlòmíì mọ́. Let me first of all thank the organizers of this debate. Emoki, brother me, Evangelist Inka Yefele, and your team for putting this together. Emoki, our musketeers now. Demola, Oyamario, Ogwe Ojoye Nijeta. Pẹ̀lú bí o ṣe sí náírà iná o ṣì ń joyè. Mo kí brother mi Ọládélé àti Dáre mo kí mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa nílé and everywhere àti ẹ̀ tí ń gbọ́ wa. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn leaders àti elders wa from across the aisle tí wọ́n wà níbí. The importance that I fẹ́ is to deepen democracy ní Ọ̀yọ́ State. Mo kí ẹ̀yin Accord Party member náà. Very important stakeholders lẹ́yìn náà nínú project wa Ọ̀yọ́ State project. Mo kí ẹ̀yin ti tèmi PDP. Ẹ ṣeun. Mo wá ṣọ́ pé àwọn APC náà wà ń bí. APC wọn ò wá. Ẹ̀wọ̀n so contest yẹn between èmi àti brother mi Báyọ̀ Adélabú ni contest yẹn wà ń gbà yẹn. And I can give you the assurance that it is going to be a friendly contest. Ẹ mọ̀ kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ń ṣiṣẹ́ day and night láti ensure pé ìjọba tiwantiwa ó túnbọ̀ fẹsẹ̀ múlẹ̀. Ẹ mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ gbogbo àwa tá a wà ń bì especially ẹ̀yin tí ẹ jẹ́ ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ PDP. A fẹ́ kí àwọn ará ilé kí wọ́n ní benefit lórí nǹkan tá a wá ṣe ń bí ni. Just like my brother Bayo said, family ni gbogbo wa. Parties will come and go, government will come and go. Ṣùgbọ́n our state will remain. So we will not do anything to destroy ourselves or destroy our state. So we will ensure wípé Báyọ̀ béèrè fún level playing field. We will ensure wípé all the things that bá fẹ́ sọ, they are based on issues and not personal attack. I give you the assurance wípé throughout this debate, you will not hear one word from me that will attack Báyọ̀'s personality. Ẹ ṣeun, the organizers, make sure pé àwọn tó ní fèrè lọ́wọ́, àwọn tó ní ìlú lọ́wọ́, they should get out of this place.
It is official. The governor has spoken. The governor has spoken. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. The governor has spoken, and that is the law. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n rọra fèsì sí observation Chief Adebayo Adelabu. Fresh FM officially, we did invite candidates of APC, Senator Folarin, candidates of PDP, the incumbent governor, and of course, candidate of Accord, Chief Adebayo Adelabu Kwenklemesi. This morning, we were told by distinguished Senator Teslim Folarin that Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu is coming to Ibadan to visit Pentecostal leaders. And that until he leaves, before he will join us. That is what we were told. But let me say this. Ṣẹ́rí bí Ọlọ́run ṣe máa ń ṣe ìyanu ẹ̀. Ẹ dákẹ́ o, ẹ ti gbọ́ tí gómìnà sọ o. Gómìnà ní tẹ́ bá fọn fèrè kan ní ká ẹ jáde. A wá sọ fún gómìnà. Ẹni tó bá tún wá pariwo, gómìnà ó tún gba microphone. Ẹni tó bá tún pariwo, tí gómìnà bá ti ní kan gbé yín jáde. Ṣé àwọn pé tá a fi máa ṣe kíní ìtàn, everybody á di odi ni. A ní sọ̀rọ̀. But let me say this. There's a way to Providence fi máa ń ṣiṣẹ́. In 2019, inside Fresh FM Hall, we had gubernatorial debate. And do you know what? The two candidates then that appeared in that debate in 2019, àwọn méjì ló wà níbí báyìí. Àwọn méjì take part in 2019 Fresh FM debate. Mo dẹ̀ sọ nǹkan kan jọ yẹn. Chief Adelabu wà níbí, gómìnà wà níbí. Mo ní the next governor of Oyo State torí mi lọ church láàárọ̀. Mo lẹ́mi sọ fún mi pé ìbò ta fẹ́ dì ẹni tí ó ń win election yẹn mo ló wà nù hall Ayéfẹ́lẹ́ ní 2019. Mo lọ church láàárọ̀ yìí. Ẹ̀mí tún sọ fún mi ìbò ta fẹ́ dì ní March 11 ẹni tí ó ń win ni ẹ̀ ó wà nù hall yìí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Ìbò tí a ó dì ní 2023 yìí ní March 11 tí ẹ bá rò báyẹn tí ẹ bá believe ẹ. Àní ẹni tí ó jáwé olúborí ní March 11 ní agbára Ọlọ́run tí ẹ bá gbà pé ni ẹ wà nínú bí ẹ sọ pé àmín. Ọlọ́run ti sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ̀yin èèyàn ti sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ yọ̀ǹbọ̀ ẹ̀nà bí. Let's get at it. And to flag up this debate is the #1 journalist in the state who has a question for the two candidates. Temola Babalola, you have the microphone.
Thank you very much, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome to this debate geared towards getting the best candidate to steer the ship of Oyo State in the next 4 years. On that note, I want to welcome the governor of Oyo State, Engineer Seyi Makinde, and the candidate of PDP. The same way, I want to especially welcome Chief Adebayo Adelabu, candidate of the Accord in Oyo State. My question to the two of you has to do with the state of agriculture. Ètò iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀, iṣẹ́ ọ̀gbìn ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. If you look at our society today, poverty is endemic everywhere. And people are facing excruciating poverty across the length and breadth of Oyo State. And by extension, Nigeria as a nation. The governor of Oyo State, I want you to tell us this evening what your government has done in terms of deliverables in the area of agriculture. For instance, I remember in 2019, when you were campaigning to be governor of Oyo State, you made mention of the fact that Oyo State, under your leadership, will be able to export a number of agricultural products to foreign lands. And I understand too that there was COVID-19, which equally affected the number of programs that your government had in stock for people of Oyo State. But now we stand, sir, Your Excellency, I'd like you to tell us the level of maize revolution that you promised people of Oyo State. And by extension, other areas you are having in mind concerning agricultural practice in the state. You are aspiring to be governor of Oyo State. we'd like to tell the people of your state what you want to do differently from what the government has done in the last 4 years in the area of agriculture. And people today want to hear. And I want to plead with the two of you to please speak in Yoruba, because people that are going to benefit from this are largely farmers. Àwọn àgbẹ̀ ni wọ́n, àwọn bàbá wa ní gbèríko, àwọn ìyálọ́jà, babalájé, ní máa fẹ́ gbọ́ ìdáhùn ìbéèrè yín nípa ètò iṣẹ́ ọ̀gbìn, iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ àti oúnjẹ ní àárín ìlú nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Ẹ ṣé gan, kò ní bàjẹ́ o. Thank you very much.
Nítorí ìjọba àkókò, honors must be given to whom is due. Before the answers begin to rain down, can we honor our land? Can we honor our state? Ladies and gentlemen, let's stand.
Oyo State Anthem. 1, 2, go. Aṣíwájú ni wá. Aṣíwájú lẹ́lùwà ni wá. Aṣíwájú lẹ́lẹ́dùmarè fún wa nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe gírí. Ọmọ Ọ̀yọ́ ká tẹpá wà mọ́ṣẹ́. Ká bára sọ̀rọ̀, ká ṣòdodo, ká ṣohun tó tọ́ tó dára nígbà gbogbo, níbi gbogbo fún ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Kò ní rẹ̀yìn o, lójú mi kò ní rẹ̀yìn o. Kò ní rẹ̀yìn o, nígbà tèmi kò ní rẹ̀yìn o. Èmi á ṣe ohun tó tọ́ tó dára nígbà gbogbo, níbi gbogbo fún ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Aṣíwájú ni wá, aṣíwájú ni wá, aṣíwájú ni wá. Aṣíwájú ni wá.
Àtẹ́wọ́ tó rinlẹ̀.
Hello.
The question on agriculture has been asked. The candidates have 5 minutes each to respond to Demola's question. We'll start with His Excellency, Governor Seyi Makinde. A round of applause for him, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, Oseun Demola, before 2019 elections, I came up with a document called the Roadmap for Accelerated Development of Oyo State, 2019 to 2023. Nínú document yẹn, pillars mẹ́rin ó ní àfisílẹ̀ ìlànà mẹ́rin on education, on health, expansion of our economy, and security. Expansion of our economy, mo sọ pé we will do that through agribusiness and development of our infrastructure. Yes, maize, only the most common staple tani to then grow ní ọ̀dọ̀ wa. Yes, we had aspirations for maize revolution, but ìgbà tí adéjọba, the level infrastructure tani slow a whole lot of things down. Gbogbo alàgbà pé food basket of Oyo State, Oke-Ogun area ni. Out of the 28,000 square kilometers Oyo State ni, the 11 local governments in Ibadan, 7,800 square kilometers ni. So about over 21,000 square kilometers, other zones lower. So we started with the infrastructure. The first contract, the government award, only contract to link Ibadan zone, which is the consumption center, and anything teba fẹ́ ṣe, bóyá ẹ fẹ́ export ni o, you route it through here. The first contractor award is to link Ibadan zone to Oke-Ogun zone through Moniya, Ijaye, Iseyin Road. A bẹ̀rẹ̀ road project yẹn ní November 2019, and I completed 65 kilometers ni. And I make bold to say, and to bá mọ any government ní Oyo State in the history of Oyo State tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó parí tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ń lo ọ̀nà yẹn 65 kilometer length kò sọ fún mi. Also, ẹ má bínú, ẹ má ti pàtẹ́wọ́ because 5 minutes ni mo ní, and mo wà sure pé one time mi. So láti develop infrastructure wa further and láti link all the other zones together. So a bẹ̀rẹ̀ project to also link Oyo zone mọ́ Oke-Ogun zone through Oyo, Fashola to Iseyin Road. Then a tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti link Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ zone. And anyway, the linkage láti Oyo sí Iseyin ó pass through a major agribusiness hub wa ní Fashola, where we turn the farm settlement tó wà ńbẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. It's not a farm estate. And the major hydraulic structure tó wà lórí ọ̀nà yẹn, we have done it. It is done 100%. And the road is almost getting to Fashola by now. A tún sọ pé a ń láti link Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ zone mọ́ Oke-Ogun zone. A bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀nà Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́, Fapotẹ to Ìsẹ́yìn. And one of the things tí ẹ notice ni pé a ti ṣe 65 kilometers. We're also pushing ourselves. We're pushing the envelope for development of your state. And a bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀nà yẹn, it is 76.6 kilometers. All the hydraulic structures on that road, 100% done. And out of the 76.6 kilometers, over 50 kilometers of it have been tarred, and people are using it.
30 seconds more.
How many minutes more?
30 seconds.
30 seconds. Okay. Oisada, agbe lọ síbi tó yẹ kó wà. Agbe kúrò ní Ìbàdàn, agbe lọ sí Ṣakí, because that is also very important to our agribusiness. And tá a bá rí maize revolution, a ṣe cassava revolution. Àti commission a cassava to sorbitol factory. First in Africa and the second in the world. A commission ní Oke-Ogun zone. And on serve as EBT off-taker and also employing a lot of our people. And we've also linked Oke-Ogun zone to Ibarapa zone through ọ̀nà tó lọ láti Ìgànná, Ẹlẹ́kọ̀ọ́kan títí tó fi dé Ìbàràpá, láti Ìgàngàn dé Ìgbòọ̀rà. All of this tó mean ni pé the infrastructure deficits tá meet nílẹ̀ we are overcoming those deficits.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency.
Sorry, there's one more. Just 1 second. Cherry lórí ọ̀nà.
Adelabu will get 1 more second too.
That's fine. You can. Because you know me, I'm campaigning on record of achievement. Meaning, báyọ̀ àṣìmọ̀ sọ pé okay, àwọn kan ṣe báyìí, òun fẹ́ follow wọn ni. Lórí ìjọba ni o. Personally, he's achieved so much. Personally. But lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ìjọba, me, I will say mo ti ṣe léyìí ni. Brent Sugar Factory. Orí ọ̀nà tá a ṣe ń ṣe láti Ìsẹ́yìn lọ sí Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ ló wà. Without that road, wọn ò lè lọ gbé Brent Sugar Factory síbẹ̀. Ẹ ṣeun, mo dúpẹ́ o.
Thank you so much. Chief Adebayo Adelabu accord in response to Demola's question. Ẹ bá mi fún wọn látẹ̀wọ́.
Thank you very much for that question, Demola. Yorùbá ní pé tí oúnjẹ bá kúrò nínú ìṣẹ́ bù ṣe. In fact, number 1 question here, ó wà properly timed. Inú mi dẹ̀ dùn pé ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, the executive governor mention wípé màá máa sọ pé màá ṣe báyìí. Ní ọdún mẹ́rin sẹ́yìn, ẹ̀yin náà sọ fún wa pé ẹ ṣe báyìí. Àbí? Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ lọ́dún yìí ẹ sọ pé ẹ ti ṣe léyìí lágbára Ọlọ́run in the next 4 years màá máa sọ pé èmi náà ti ṣe léyìí mo ti ṣe léyìí. Ẹ ṣé. Thank you very much, ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Ní ẹ̀yìn ètò ààbò, security of lives and property, and living in a clean and safe environment. Mo rò pé ètò iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ òun ló kàn. Ohun kankan tí Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ fi jíǹkì wa ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ nìyẹn. Èmi believe wípé mechanized agriculture and agro-allied industry is the key to unlock the potentials of Oyo State. Mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ wípé iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ kò ń ṣe alárojẹ nìkan. Ó yẹ ká lè ṣe débi tí ó máa fún àwọn ọ̀dọ́ wa tí ò ní iṣẹ́ ní iṣẹ́. So iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ tí àwa máa ṣe according to our manifesto ó pín sí ọ̀nà mẹ́ta. Àkọ́kọ́ òní arable farming, iṣẹ́ ọ̀gbìn tí Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ fi ilẹ̀ jíǹkì wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí Mr. Governor ṣe sọ 28,400 square kilometres ó nílẹ̀ tọ́lọ́run fi jíǹkì wa tó jẹ́ pé nínú Ọ̀yọ́ state a lè yọ ìpínlẹ̀ 5 nínú ẹ̀. Lẹ́yìn arable farming we are talking of livestock, poultry, small and large animals. Then ẹ̀kẹta ó ní agro-allied industry. Nínú gbogbo nǹkan tí ẹjọ́ ẹ má pàtẹ́wọ́ kò sí time. Nínú gbogbo nǹkan tí a nílò láti jẹ́ kí iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ kó wá sí bá a ṣe fẹ́. Ohun kankan níbẹ̀ ni Governor refers to, which is the access roads. Access to the farmland. A ní láti link the city center tí consumption wà sí ibi tí a ti ń ṣe iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n lẹ́yìn ọ̀nà ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ limitations and challenges ló wà fún iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ ta ní láti dojúkọ. Lẹ́yìn access road à ń sọ ọ̀rọ̀ land clearing. A ní láti ran àwọn àgbẹ̀ wa lọ́wọ́ láti máa clear ilẹ̀ torí the kind of vegetation ta ní Ọ̀yọ́ state. United Nations and the World Bank pẹ̀lú Central Bank wọ́n máa help states láti ṣe lè torí iṣẹ́ ńlá ni tó dẹ̀ máa ń gba owó púpọ̀. Ìkejì ó ní irrigation. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ dam àti rivers ta ní a ní láti máa lò fún irrigation fún àwọn oko wa. Then the issue of mechanized farming. The farm implements mélòó là ń fún àwọn àgbẹ̀ wa from ridge makers to planters to harvesters. Iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ ti kúrò ní iṣẹ́ à ń fọwọ́ kọ ebè. Ebè mélòó ni àwọn èèyàn lè fọwọ́ kọ? Then preservation tí a bá ní surplus harvest kò gbọ́dọ̀ máa bàjẹ́ sí orí oko. Silos mélòó o ní ìjọba ti kọ́ láti máa kó èrè oko pamọ́? Ìgbà tá a bá ní low harvest a ní láti support it with the silos stock. Then the produce pricing marketing and export board. Tá a bá fẹ́ káwọn àwọn àgbẹ̀ wa kó sì máa wà ní orí oko ní ọdún sí ọdún, a ní láti máa make price kó stable. We need to create a board that will see to the pricing, marketing and export of agric produce. Then there must be credit facilities for our farmers. Èmi rò wípé lẹ́yìn iṣẹ́ oko tí a bá jẹ tán a lè tà fún other states. Ìyẹn ló wá máa serve as input into agro-allied industries. A lè máa gbé cassava kákan máa jẹ láfún, pákí àti fùfú lásán. A ní máa ti máa fi ṣe ohun tó ń pè ní there is a product tí wọ́n máa ń lò ní gbogbo factory pátápátá tí ó gbé ara cassava náà ti máa ń extract ẹ̀ ó yẹ ká dá léṣe ẹ̀ sílẹ̀. Pẹ̀lú fruits, cashew, mango, orange tó wà ní Ọ̀yọ́ state. How many fruit juice manufacturing company òun la ní l'Ọ̀yọ́ state tó lè produce iṣẹ́ fún àwọn youth wa? À ń gbin kòkó, ṣé à ń ṣe chocolate ní Ọ̀yọ́ state yìí? Gbogbo nǹkan tó yẹ ká mójútó nìyẹn. Then the governor spoke about farm settlements. We have plans to establish at least 3 farm settlements. Ọ̀kan ní Ìbàràpá, ọ̀kan ní Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ oríire, ọ̀kan ní Òkè Ògùn. Tó jẹ́ pé àwọn àgbẹ̀ tó wà ń bẹ̀ ibẹ̀ ni wọ́n máa gbé. A dẹ̀ máa make gbogbo nǹkan amáyédẹrùn. Police station ni o, school ni o, healthcare facilities ni o, recreation and everything, so that tó máa ń jí láàárọ̀ oko wọn á ṣe, tó máa ń jí lọ́sàn-án oko náà máa ṣe. And I believe that iṣẹ́ ọ̀nà nìkan kò tó máa gbé farm produce wa láti Òkè Ògùn, Kìṣí, Ìgbòho, Ìgbẹ́tì, Ṣakí, Àgọ́ Àrẹ wá sí Ìṣẹ́yìn. We need to start thinking big l'Ọ̀yọ́ state. Kí ló dé tí a lè ṣe rain within Ọ̀yọ́ state tó máa link láti Òkè Ògùn dé Mọ́níyà, from Mọ́níyà tó bá fẹ́ export ó máa gbé lọ sí port ní Àpápá.
30 seconds more.
Thank you very much. I think we should start thinking big ní Ọ̀yọ́ state. A dẹ̀ believe pé pẹ̀lú iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀, iṣẹ́ oko, iṣẹ́ màálù àti àgbò, adìrẹ sísìn, a lè unlock potentials of Ọ̀yọ́ state. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́.
Thank you very much. If you're just joining us, it's Fresh FM, Blast FM. Gubernatorial Debate 2023 happening live here at MOV 21. You are hearing us live, loud and clear on all the 3 stations of PCOS. You're also hearing us live, loud and clear. Gravity FM Igbo, Brave FM Ogbomoso, Jams Ibadan, I Fly Ibadan. You're also hearing it live and clear on Pensioner FM. Pensioners, Towambi Eyakinrawa Loke. They're also here. The radio station is who come to this signal, and as well as Inspiration FM. Let me go straight away to the next question, which has to do with education. Chief Adelabu will react first and respond first, and Governor Shea Makinde will wrap it up. And on education, award-winning journalist, 3-time Nigerian Media Merit Award winner with Nigerian Tribune, Dare Adekombi, will rise. Let's appreciate him, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. All over the world, it is believed that for people to have better life, they need to have better education, good quality education, functional education. And so my question on education, Oloyi Chief Bayo Adelabu, I want this question to be answered in English, please, because we are getting feedback from home that they want to hear them in English too. Chief Bayadelabu, you're aspiring to govern Oyo State, 33, the biggest state in the entire southern Nigeria. What is your plan for education in Oyo State regarding where it is at the moment, where you think it should be taken to in terms of functional education? Please, I wouldn't want to hear motherhood statement from our candidates. I want specifics in terms of what they are going to do, primary education, secondary, and tertiary education, their plan. And for Governor Seyi Makinde, Your Excellency, where you met the state of education and where you have been able to take it to in in 4 years. So that's what I would like to hear from you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dari, award-winning journalist, thank you for that question on education. If you have been opportune to see any of our handbills stating our manifestos, you will find out that after security of lives and properties, education is the second on our manifesto. It shows the kind of importance we attach to excellent education delivery in Oyo State. Beyond that, I'm also a product of public schools. My primary school was IMG Primary School, Agodi Gate in Ibadan. My secondary school was Lagelu Grammar School, and I went to Obafemi Awolowo University for my first degree and Unilag for my second degree. And with the quality of education I received, I've worked across the country and all over the world. We have competed with those that received education from the Western world. We have managed them, we have supervised them, they've been our subordinates, which says that the quality of education that we received during our time was excellent. But today, do we still have such in our public schools? My answer is an emphatic no. And I said that with all sense of responsibility. To start with, 3 things responsible for excellent education sector. Number 1 is the state of infrastructure of the schools, the building infrastructures, the sports infrastructures. The second is the academic curriculum and the teaching equipment. How relevant are they to the modern day? And thirdly is the quality and adequacy of teaching personnel, the teachers. In all these 3, I don't think we have performed above average in Oyo State. I'll say it. The primary schools, if you go there today, a lot of them, the buildings don't have roofs. The chairs and desks are not adequate. And the environment is not friendly to learning. Over 2,200 primary schools that we have in Oyo State and close to 700 secondary schools is about the highest that we have in the country. What have we made use of this? The secondary schools, the same thing. All of us here, I don't think up to 10% of us here will be proud to send their children to public schools. We all send our children to private schools and we pay heavily for it. What is the state of the academic curriculum and the teaching equipment? In some schools, there are no chalks to even write on the board. In some schools, they write exam questions on the board. They can't even print it. In some schools, they cannot power their generators. The chairs are not adequate. And lastly on that, how many teachers do we have in these schools? There are shortage of teaching personnel all over. Primary school, secondary school, even tertiary institutions. When I was appointed chairman of Lagelu Grammar School Governing Council, we discovered a shortage of over 30 teachers. Almost 8 subjects without teachers. I personally funded the employment of close to 20 teachers for over 3 years. What do we make of that? I think we need to attack it from the point of view of infrastructure, the point of view of the review of the academic curriculum to make it more relevant to the modern day world. We have to also see to employ 5 teachers. It's like scratching the surface. 5,000 teachers rather for almost 3,000 schools. That's an average of less than 2 teachers per school. And I can assure you that if you go to any of these secondary schools, you have nothing less than 15, 20 teachers shortage. We need to employ teachers in abundance. And we need to train them and retrain them. That's what I believe we can do about our education. And lastly on that, there is about the vocational and technical education, which is dead in Oyo State today. We don't have artisans again. I'm into construction. If you want to do tiling, you want to do painting, you want to do POP, bricklayers, we go to Togo, we go to Cotonou, we go to Ghana to go and bring personnel. It was not like that before. I believe we need to resuscitate our technical vocational education.
30 seconds more.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. His Excellency Dr. Seyi Makinde.
Thank you. Well, I'll keep saying it. Theory is different from practical. Yes, I was in the same position 4 years ago. But we had plans. We had aspirations. And we reduced them to black and white. We put them before the people. And you can use that as a marking scheme. I do have a reaction to Bayo's position on agric and agribusiness in Oyo State. The essence of this debate is to look at ideas and say, look, if his idea is better than ours, I will tell you that I will adopt it. That is... You see, it is very, very fundamental that we get the infrastructure right. Everything he mentioned, wastages on the farm, not being able to have access, to the farms. You cannot carry any of those things out without fixing the road network. So, what we've done to turn farm settlement to farm estate, I believe, is the route to go. And Oyo State, as of today, produces the highest volume of milk for farm milk in Nigeria. You can check out the fact. Now, on education, I'll continue to harp on our records of achievement. One, when we came in at the tertiary level, we met 1.5 university. We met First Technical University, 1, and we met Lautech, which was owned 50% by Oyo State and 50% by Osun State. As of today, tertiary level, we have 3 universities in Oyo State. We took Lautech back 100% for Oyo State. And we've even established a campus in Iseyi to meet the aspirations of the people of Okeogun, axis of Oyo State. And Emmanuel Alayande College of Education is now Emmanuel Alayande University of Education. And First Technical University, we did what we are supposed to do, and they are still moving on. Now, let's move to secondary education. I also I attended Bishop Phillips Academy for my secondary education. And you have UBEC, you have SUBEB. When we came in, we did a study to know the level of the deficits that we're faced with. Now, within these 3.5 years, we have built 60 model schools, 700 classrooms, and over 26,000 desks and chairs within these 3.5 years. And if you want to know where, I'll ask SUBEB. They will provide it for you. But let me say this. The deficit we're faced with is at least 46 billion naira. And don't forget, you said we employed 5,000 teachers. Yes, we did. Show me a government in Oyo State history that has employed in one go 5,000 teachers. We did. We employed over 700 education officers. They are there. You see, when you're in a hole, the first thing you need to do is stop digging. We have stopped digging, and between UBEC and SUBEB, what we spend on a yearly basis is around 2.53 billion naira. Now, to cover an infrastructural deficit of 46 billion, it will take us 12 years if we go at that pace. But under Omitutun 2.0, I already listed out steps that will be taken so that we can have this within the shortest possible time. Now let's go to primary education. Yes, I agree with Bayo that the infrastructure deficit is huge, and also we haven't done so much to employ primary school teachers. We will. But let me tell you where we are on that. If we cannot at least employ new teachers, we can motivate the ones that are there. So the teachers that are there will obey
30 seconds more.
Yes, will obey school That's no matter, because we pay their salaries as at when due. So they are motivated to continue working. And secondly, when we came in, we met their leave allowances, not paid since 2017. We paid 2017, we paid 2018, we paid 2019, 2020, 21, and on the 24th of this month, we will pay their leave allowance, leave bonus for 2022. That is the record of our achievement in education.
Thank you so much. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ bá mi fún àwọn méjèèjì ní àtẹ́wọ́ tó rinlẹ̀. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Ọ̀yọ́ léèyàn, ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ aléèyàn tí wọ́n kájú ẹ̀. Àwọn méjèèjì wọ́n kájú ẹ̀. Ẹ bá mi fún wọn ní àtẹ́wọ́. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Bísí Ọládélé, Southwest Bureau Chief, Nations Newspapers.
Thank you very much. I will have separate questions for each of the candidates, sirs. The first will go to the Executive Governor, sir. Your Excellency, you've listed some of the road infrastructures that your administration has embarked on, many of which are already completed. Two questions there, sir. Number one, we are seeing such roads, but we are not seeing anything similar at the local government level. Feeder roads that are mainly statutorily the job of local governments. Number two, Some people have criticized your method of financing the road projects that you have listed. That the method you are using to finance those projects make the cost go much higher. And number 3, sir, if you are re-elected, what level of infrastructural development should your state people expect again, having seen what you have done in the first term? And to our dear chief, sir, if you are elected the governor of Oyo State, we have seen what Governor Makinde has done. What will you do differently in the area of infrastructure? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Pastor BC Oladele. You're fair with your question today, because I used to think because you're of the nation, you're always biased, but now you're fair today. You mentioned feeder roads that are supposed to be local government funded. Our approach in Oyo State is basically, we look at roads, whether federal, state, or local. It is our people that are applying those roads. There are no federal people here, and there are no local people. They're just Oyo State people. If a road is important to us, in the template for development of Oyo State, we go after those roads, whether they are federal or state. And the example is the road from Oyo to Iseyin. It's a federal road. It took us a lot of time, to get that approval, but the state is the one fixing it right now. The template is first, for accelerated development of Oyo State, we must, as a matter of fact, link all our zones. There was an administration in this state who were doing a review, and they said, we want to dualize all the entrances to major cities in Oyo State. And I asked, what is the economic benefit of that? So for us, I said, our infrastructure will haunt our economy. So and of course, you have limited resources available to government. So within the resources available to us and the template for development, the first order of business for us is we have to link all the zones. And we've invested a massive amount of money, close to maybe almost 70, 80 billion on this. Oyo I have the data offered. I'm an engineer. Oyo to Ibadan to Iseyin, money here to Iseyin, 10 billion. Oyo to Iseyin, about 9 billion. Now, Iseyin to Ogbomoso, at least 34 billion. Yes, major bridges across there. And from Igana all the way to Ibarakwa, and now Ibarakwa to Ido. Those are in the neighborhood of 12, 15 billion. So do the mathematics. So once our zones are connected, then we go to intra-zonal linkages. We've started it. And again, they are haunting our economy. In Ibadan here, we've started the circular road. If you go to Lagos end, you will see it very close to Technical University. If you go to Ife end, you will see it after Badeku. That is the single most important and most expensive project ever undertaken by any government in Oyo State. It's 110 kilometers dual carriage. It falls within one tigiba ge sorigi tori eni ekoko ge ni ekoko gbe kuro. Now, it is not as if the local government, they are not doing their work. At least, I can list about 4 or 5 local government projects that are going on right now. Teba Losi, láti Ọ̀rẹ́méjì, láti Agugu lọ sí Ọ̀rẹ́méjì, local government ló ṣe Ìbàdàn Northeast, it's been fixed and people are using it. Teba lọ láti bridge Ọ̀rẹ́méjì through TFD airport, local government ló ń ṣe ọ̀nà àrà, they are fixing it. Teba lọ sórí bridge Ọlọ́runṣògo tí ó fi lọ sí Dagbolu, local government ló ń ṣe dualization ibẹ̀ ni mo ti campaign lánàá and the work is going on. Teba lọ sólúyọ̀lé, well ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ bá tí ì lọ gbàbẹ̀ ẹ lọ gbàbẹ̀. Project tí local government ń ṣe ní Ọ̀yọ́ State, if you want, we can provide a list for you. It is close to 15-17 billion. Kò ṣẹlẹ̀ rí, local government ló ń ṣe.
Hello.
Ní ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn police ń bí, police tó fi lọ sí ilé Akérédolú North West ló ń ṣe. Now financing, because resources government were limited. You cannot get this money in one go. So we say, look, any contractor tó bá lè finance project yẹn and we spread payments over 18 months, they are there. It is because they have trust in this administration.
Time up, sir. Time up.
Okay, thank you.
Time up. The next set of questions. Let me also say this. Every candidate has opportunity. If you're unable to complete any of your answer within stipulated time, when next you have the microphone, you can fall back on it before you continue. We are going straight away to the scholars. And Adelabu Eba before Latewa is next.
Eshe, Mayor, it's like we have abandoned timing. So I can take as much time as I want now. Because ẹgbọ́n mi lò tó 10 minutes lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn o. Stop one. I know he has immunity, but very soon I will also enjoy the immunity. Thank you very much. Pastor Oladele, the question you asked me was, what will I do differently when I become the governor? Not if I become the governor. When I become the governor, what will I do differently? But before I go to that question, I think I need to respond briefly to the claim by our dear Governor Jehima Kede that no government has ever employed up to 5,000 teachers at a go. I don't agree. In 2014, late Governor Senator Ishiak Abiola Jimobi employed 5,300 teachers.
Thank you.
Sit down, please. Quietness, please.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ṣe rí tí àwọn olùdíje bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ tí a bá ń pariwo a ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ o àsìkò wọn láti fi ń ṣòfò ẹ jẹ́ ká dákẹ́ Chief Adelabu.
When the governor was providing his statistics, nobody shouted. Please, let me enjoy the same silence. I envisaged this disturbance before.
Please go ahead.
When I referred to 5,300 teachers employed by late Governor Ajimobi, it was in 2014, which is higher than 5,000. And I believe
Thank you so much. Please let's maintain decorum. Thank you.
will you come and take the mic, this man?
Thank you.
Mayor, I may not continue with this interview.
No, hold on, no problem. Please, thank you so much. Can we maintain decorum, please? Chief Adelabu, you have the floor. The governor is on the seat.
Please, let me enjoy my own time, please.
Thank you. Let's be quiet. Thank you. Chief Adelabu, please go ahead. Otito. Thank you. Chief Adelabu, please proceed. Your time has been stopped. So please provide your answers. Ẹ ṣé gan ni o. Olóyè Adelabu, àsìkò yín ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni.
Mayor, please, we have to provide a level playing ground.
Otito, ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Thank you. Chief, Education.
Sincerely, we've been having friendly interactive session up here. The people down there should not disturb the peace that we are enjoying in this debate.
It's all right. Please proceed.
If you disagree with whatever I say,
Governor Makinde will respond.
The governor will respond to it.
Thank you.
Please.
Please go ahead, Samson, with the time. Samson Akindele, the time begins now.
And secondly, in my response to what our governor said, you are an engineer, you have all the figures of Ed, you can roll out numbers for us. But I believe you should not be the only custodian of these figures. When we talk about figures, we talk about costs. We talked about expenditure from Oyo State resources. A lot of us here, the entire people of Oyo State, deserve a knowledge of your figures. In 4 years, the government has not published a single account of government activity, the revenue and expenditure. We are entitled to these figures too. You have increased revenue, you have taken loan, you have spent money. Oyo State people demand for probity, transparency, and accountability. We must publish the government accounts. It's 3 months to the end of administration. We have not seen a single annual account from the government. It is not fair enough. Then going to what I will do differently. I will say that subsequent governors have been coming. They've been doing their bits. And we see a performing governor, we know. But my own impression with this administration is that the bit that the governor has been able to do and his team is not the best Oyo State can offer in every sector of government business. And I will list just 5. Number 1, I am not satisfied with the current state of security of Oyo State. People die every day. We attach very, very little value to lives. They killed Ramon in Iwo Road. Nothing came out of it. They killed an on-air personality in Oluyole Estate here. Nothing came out of it. They killed people in Igangan. Nothing came out of it. Recently, people died in a clash in Ebarapa. Nothing came out of it. Are we chickens? We are not. I believe the government should do more about security. Security rating is 0. We have elevated thuggery. We have elevated hooliganism. The kind of elevation we give to thugs and hooligans, we have never seen it in Oyo State before. I believe the governor's body language can do better. And I was once chairman of Oyo State Security Trust Fund. I know what we did. If we want to be true to ourselves, security between 2011 and 2019, is it the same as we are having now? No. I know what we did. Number 2, I am not happy with the state of environmental sanitation in Oyo State. Everywhere is dirty. Go to the roads. How much money does the government require to give us a clean and safe environment? Go to Oje, Oritameri, Mako, Ojo, Ring Road. You have refuse littering all our streets. And number 3 is education. We just spoke about education now. My deputy governor is from the academia, Professor Mrs. Ayofemi Biodun Ayodele. She's an expert in education. She knows the problem with tertiary education, secondary and primary education, and lastly, technical and vocational education. We will do what we say. Rating Oyo State number 33 out of 36 states is not acceptable to a pay-setter state. It's not. 63 schools disqualified from writing WAEC is not acceptable to us. On agriculture, with the access road that the government is done, other things must be done concurrently. With the amount they have spent on agriculture today, food should be cheap. How much do they sell a Congo of Gari? A Congo of
30 seconds more.
And lastly, industrialization. I want this government to also tell us 3 companies that they have brought to invest in Oyo State since they assumed their government in 2019. We used to know Leland. We used to know Nigerian Gas Company, Ferrodo, Isoglass, Triple SA2 Glass, Niger Match. Where are they today? Where is Yanati Flowers, Lister Flowers? No industry, and we are talking about youth unemployment. In terms of industrialization, our own government is going to perform better. That's what I would say. Thank you
so much. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us, it's still Fresh FM, Blast FM, gubernatorial debates at MOV 21. This wonderful Sunday afternoon, 19. Thank you so much. Now listen, we're going to the academia. But before we do that, the candidates have 7 minutes each to respond to what they have heard from each other based on the 3 questions that the gang have asked. I'm going to start with Chief Adebayo Adelabu. What you have heard from all the questions that were asked, the answers given by the governor, your take and your final take. 7 minutes. And the governor will do same. Your reactions.
Thank you very much. Once again, I thank the audience. Let's continue in this peaceful manner, and we are going to enjoy ourselves. Just like the governor said, this session is for exchange of ideas. Nobody is a monopoly of knowledge. We can always learn ourselves, from ourselves. What I would say, number 1, about the governor's response to local government administration. Sincerely, let's forget the issue of I'm contesting for governorship against the incumbent. The level of redundancy, the level of idleness, and the level of salary wastage that we have witnessed under local government administration under this government is not comparable to any other previous government. The local government administration have been rendered idle, useless, and non-productive. And we pay salaries to NOGE, the National Union of Local Government Employees. They go to work every day. What do? We know that local government functions fall under what we call the residual legislative list. Park management, market management, refuse management, and traditional chiefs and chieftaincy maintenance. Why has this government refused to empower the local government? And by refusing to empower the local government, we are denying the grassroots people the benefit of democracy, the dividends of democracy. But local government is the closest to the people at the grassroots. You have mentioned Moniya is saying road, Oyo is saying road, Ogbomoso is saying road. These are intercities. Let us go to our interiors. I would like the governor to tell us how many kilometers of road have they constructed in the interiors, even the farmlands. These are the jobs of local government administration. But you have actually refused to give them funds. Why will we have this kind of idle and non-functioning local government administration in Oyo State? The people at the grassroots are not feeling the impacts of governance. I must tell you that's what happened. Number one. Number two is the level of state of our healthcare system. The hospitals are non-functional. We talked about primary healthcare. Thank you. Let's keep quiet, please. Primary healthcare, PHCs. We spoke about having a PHC per ward. How many has this government constructed in 4 years? We need to know. What happened to our secondary healthcare system? The General Hospital in Adeoyo, Yemetu, the one Adeoyo Ring Road, Jericho Nursing Home. In all the local government, what is the state of these general hospitals? I'm sure none of us is proud to go to any of these general public hospitals to receive treatment. We all go to private hospitals and we pay through our nose. It should not be like that. Then number three that I want to mention is the issue of youth unemployment. I believe the government has not done enough about providing job for our youth. There are two ways to this. The government can provide direct jobs in civil service apart from the 5,000 teachers that this government exhibits on a daily basis. How many people have they employed in government business in 4 years? We need this data. Our children graduate from schools every year. How many do we employ? Then the conducive environment for investment to come to these states, we have not been able to provide it. Even I once asked the governor in an interview I did, you are not a poor man, you are a rich man before you became governor. According to the records, our governor was worth 48 billion naira before he became governor. I wanted him to tell us what is his stakes in Oyo State. His pure water factory, he should point it to us. Or where he has a block making factory or a bakery. Why has the governor not invested in Oyo State? I believe if you cannot invest your personal money in Oyo State, investors will never agree with you. They will ask you, if you have such opportunity in your state, why haven't you taken the opportunity? Ilé ni a ti ń kó ẹ̀ṣọ́ lọ sóde. Those are my points. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Chief Adebayo Adelabu. Thank you, thank you. Let me say this. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa, ṣe rí tí àwọn àlejò wa bá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀, tẹ́ ẹ bá ti ń pariwo, a máa dá ìṣẹ́jú wọn dúró, ìṣẹ́jú wọn ó máa gùn sí ni o. So ẹja ní sùúrù. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, from what has been said by Oloye Adelabu, from the question from the gang, His Excellency, the Governor of the state, Governor Seyi Makinde, has 7 minutes to respond.
Well, some of the things the brother I mentioned, Bayo, I used to talk like this also before I got into government. I remember also that throughout my life, this is my first public service job. I've survived, I've done my own thing, láìsí nínú ìjọba. So I am used to being frontal with facts and figures. On education, if you claim, I will fact check it, if you claim that Governor Ajimobi, late Governor Ajimobi employed 5,300, okay, that's 300 more than Yetawa employed. Abibeko. But you and I, you're saying here, we pay plus the 5,300 to one employee, plus the 5,000 Tower employee. She solved problem here. So our problem is deeper than rhetorics. You ask me, how many people have we employed in government business? Well, I can say all the people sacked by the previous administration, we brought them back. All of them that were unjustly sacked, we brought them back. And when we came into government, the first salary bill that I signed was about 4.7 billion. On the eve of the previous administration departing, they took what we give to the subvention. They took it to 100%. They did not implement it. I had already won the election before they did that. And they claimed they've set so many traps for us. That singular act added 1 billion naira to the salary bill of Oyo State. Now we dealt with the issue of minimum wage, consequential adjustment. All of that added money to the wage bill. Now from 4.7 in May 2019, we are at 7.2 billion every month now. So you have to pace yourself. We don't want to employ people that at the end of the month, you will say, bear with us. When we started the GSM date, we said to the people that on the podium at Liberty, I said, there'll be a GSM date 25th of every month. 6 months. Well, we've done it for 44 months right now. And what that has done is to put into Oyo State economy every 4 weeks. Ọ̀sẹ̀ mẹ́rin only about 12 to 13 billion naira ló wọnú economy Oyo State just by paying the salaries. Now, Bayo sọ pé, of course, for me, this debate is about saying, look, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I've done, and this is what we're going to do. But now that he asked the question, we pay boya investment in Wasi Oyo State. You have an hospitality business. Every weekend, I'm sure your occupancy is almost 100%. Because many people ni wọ́n wá sí Oyo State weekend le rí hotel ní Oyo State. What are they coming to do? If this is a place that is not secured, why are they coming to Oyo State? Ejo, this is an important point. When we came in, there's nothing like Amotekun. This is an Amotekun officer standing right in front of you. We started it from the scratch. We employed 2,000 personnel for Amotekun in the entire Southwest. Go and add all the Amotekuns tí wọ́n ní Oyo State ní gbogbo tí wọ́n ní kò tó ti Oyo State. Wọ́n dẹ̀ fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀. Remember when we came in, rivalry war between the Nigerian police and Amotekun. They arrested Amotekun personnel at the initial stage when we brought them in. But we've been able to resolve all of that. Now they are working hand in hand with other security agencies across Oyo State. Within 100 days in office, we retooled SRS. We gave 100 security vehicles to them. Bayo said you're the chairman of a security trust fund. When we came in, Bobo Operation Boss, the vehicles tí wọ́n ní kò tó mẹ́wàá. Yes. And tó bá ní record there, bóyá wọ́n kó lọ ìgbà tí bóyá wọ́n kó lọ ni o. But we bought vehicles for them. There was no communication link all across Oyo State when we came in. We put those links in there. Go and find out. Now Oyo State, ẹ lọ wo data yín. Oyo State crime has been on the downward trend near Oyo State. Everybody towards Oyo State.
30 seconds more. 30 seconds more.
Now, Bayo béèrè pé àwọn businesses wo ló ti wá síbí on agribusiness alone. Our commission sultry farms tó bá lọ síbẹ̀ is still there. Private business ni. Brent farm. Expansion our farm milk ní ibi. Now, your idea and my idea about how to lift the economy of Oyo State, they are totally different. And I'll tell you the difference right now. You believe government should put their money into businesses, whereas I believe government should provide an enabling environment for businesses to thrive in Oyo State.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you. I want to see ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn scholar and sing. Dr. Professor Ojedokun, you have the floor. Thank you, Ejo Ejekalake. Prof.
Yes, thank you very much. Reading through one of the...
Àwọn méjèèjì ń bára wọn ṣeré. Ẹ̀yin ṣe... Oh yeah.
So reading through one of the...
Àwọn méjèèjì ń tọ́pù náà kù.
reading through one of the documents. Reading through one of the documents that the governor has produced.
Thank you. Let's maintain some level of silence. Prof.
It says, enforce all laws that will lead to sustainable development in Oyo State. And so the question first to the governor is the implication of enforcement of laws. How does it affect infrastructures, for instance, like roads? We know most of our roads in Oyo State, particularly Ibadan, have been expanded. But we know that many of these roads that are 3 lanes,
Prof, are you having an issue with the microphone? Yes. Our engineers, Ewo, Sherry, Baba Adesina, Bobo Bitewa, a blog signal.
Hello? Are you all right, sir? Yes.
Yes, they can hear you.
So I started by saying that in one of the documents of the Oyo State governor, the statement was made, enforce all laws that will lead to sustainable development in Oyo State. And my question, first to the governor, is that you want to enforce all laws. But what are the implications of that statement regards roads in Ibadan particularly, where many of the roads are 3 lanes and 4 lanes, but because laws are not enforced, they become 2 lanes and 1 lane in some instances. We know it happens around Ibadan for that point of view. So how are you going to tackle that in your next administration if you should get in? How would you tackle that without destroying the livelihood of the people? And the question also goes to the candidate, Chief Adelabu. What will you do differently in terms of enforcing laws to do with roads, enforcing laws to do with street trading? Because the key is enforce all laws. No democracy can be built without the rule of law. So what are you going to do? And secondly, how do you link all this to enhancing security in Oyo State?
Ìbéèrè tí ẹ ṣe ìbéèrè. Hello. Ìbéèrè tí we're having issue with my hello. Ìbéèrè tí prof tí wọ́n béèrè. Ẹ ṣe o, ẹ dákẹ́ o. Ìbéèrè tí prof tí wọ́n béèrè ni wípé àwọn òfin tó wà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ tó ní nǹkan ṣe pẹ̀lú bí a ṣe ń lo ojú pópó wípé ibi tí ó jẹ́ 4 lanes ó ti di 2 lanes, ibi tó jẹ́ 2 lanes ó di 1 lane. Ìdí dẹ̀ ni wípé àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ń pàtẹ wọ́n ti ń dí àwọn ojú ọ̀nà kọ̀ọ̀kan. Òfin dẹ̀wà tó dé, kí ni gómìnà ó ṣe láti make sure pé àwọn òfin tí ó gba àwọn èèyàn láàyè láti di ojú pópó àmúṣẹ? Ìkíní nìyẹn, prof, right? Ìbéèrè náà ni wọ́n béèrè lọ́wọ́ olóyè Adelabu. Olóyè Adelabu, mo rò pé yín náà gbọ́n dáadáa. You have the floor. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Enforcement of laws. Thank you.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká dákẹ́ lẹ́yìn ẹ jọ̀ọ́. So abalẹ̀ gbọ́ra wa dáadáa. Thank you so much for the question. I believe that beyond issue of security of lives and properties, the economy of the state matters. And Oyo State is made up of preponderance of traders plus the civil servants. We have very few private sector players. The people that we have on the streets, they are looking for their daily bread. Any responsible government will not chase them out of the streets without providing alternative location. Any new government must use or spend the first 6 months to 1 year to build community markets where we can actually move these street traders to. The traders on the street, of course, they affect traffic, and there is also the possibility of loss of lives, and it encourages criminal activities. But we cannot, because of that alone, shut them out. The government must provide community markets in each of the areas where these people are actually located. I have not seen this government take steps to provide that, which is why you see them on the road in the last 4 years. When we get to government, I think the first thing we need to do is to look for land within the vicinity where they operate and build small mini markets from them. We will now appeal to them to move into that market so that anybody coming from work will not need to be buying things while on the traffic queue. Will be able to park somewhere and enter the community market to do their trading. That is the first thing that we believe we need to do. But before then, we should have effective and active traffic controllers. In Lagos, it's not as if there were no street hawkers. They have street hawkers, but they are properly managed by the officers employed by the government. A situation where a 3-lane road will be reduced to 1 lane is not acceptable. We pass through Makola, we pass through Challenge, we pass through Oritameri and Mako every day. That situation is not acceptable. Our traffic officers must do their job, making sure that while the traders are doing their trading, we still provide ample space for the vehicular movement. That is what we believe we should do. But beyond that, there are a number of simple traffic techniques, traffic management techniques, which we should adopt in Oyo State that will ease the level of traffic queues that we have. And I believe if we do this, there will be less gridlock in traffic management system. That's what we are going to do. Thank you very much.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá mi fún olóyè Adélabú ní àtẹ́wọ́ látàárọ̀ tí gbogbo wọn tí wọ́n ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ ń bí. His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Oyo State, has the floor.
Well, again, this is an administration that came into government with only God the Father and no Godfather. So because no Godfather except God the Father, I need to pander to anyone. We take decisions based on science, on data, and on logic. Rule of law, as asked by Prof. You see, we've demonstrated fidelity to the people of Oyo State. Challenge used to be really chaotic. And then the previous administration they put a scout camp in there. And I declare to the people of Oyo State that I will not chase the people out of the street unless we have an alternative for them. I'm happy Bayo has adopted that now. So we are on the same page as far as that is concerned. So this is a government with human face. And if you go to Challenge today, the private filling station to Wambe had to give way for a park. Ibi táwọn overflow àwọn tó ń tajà ibi tí wọ́n lè lọ. And there's a little bit of order. Nibensi. We have other junctions, the Afeshi junction improvement, including gates. Now, where I'm going with the rule of law, sir, Onipe, IGR Oyo State, when we came in, we met about 1.8, 1.9 billion monthly. We've expanded that to about 3.5 billion monthly, averagely. But we did that without putting extra burden on the people of Oyo State. Kò ń ṣèjọba tó ń fara ní aráàlú lára at all. Yes, rule of law wà nínú tá a sọ. There must be order. But you do this pẹ̀lú human face. We will let the people every night. My security agents, 1B, I meet people driving against traffic. And I stop in front of them. And I will tell my security people, just tell them to turn back and go and do what is right. One of the ways TFLA implement rule of law, Onipe, compliance and enforcement will cost you money because you need security people for enforcement. It will cost you money. So for us, we will put the necessary resources to ensure that the enforcement, the likelihood that people will want to comply will go up. That is where we will put a lot of emphasis and a lot of money into it. The same thing, Pelu, this issue, I want to see median. An administration near Oyo State ò sí nínú ẹni tó ń dalẹ̀ sí median tẹ́lẹ̀. But an administration came and said, look, ẹ máa gbélé yín lọ sí median. We will carry them. Now, we have to stop that. And it takes a lot of time for habits, for people to change. And then even don't have to change. We need compliance, we need enforcement. We've just employed a number of sanitation officers. Part of their work is to ensure enforcement, and I know over the long run, the people, they will comply. And finally, Emi àti Bayo, we're brothers. I've been in his situation before. Bernie. And as we go, we will evolve. And Tolombako, wípé Bayo á ṣì jẹ́ governor l'Ọ̀yọ́ State. Á jẹ́. Ṣé rí ìgbà tí mo lọ káàkiri ní 2015 wọ́n ní kí n dúró di 2019 so election yìí is 3 weeks time me and Bayo tí election bá ti lọ because I can see his passion also for your state. We will sit down and plot a path.
Thank you so much.
So we jẹ́ pé Ọ̀yọ́ state will become great.
Ẹ fún gómìnà látẹ̀wá o. Ó ga o. Ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ni wọ́n ń pè bí. The next and the final set of questions will come from Dr. Busari and Pastor Olanewaju. Thank you, Chief Adelabu and Governor Makinde. Our last two panelists will ask that questions simultaneously, and you will reply two of them, and I'll take over. Dr. Busari, Engineer King, let the microphone be given to them immediately. Ẹjọ ẹyin tẹ́ dúró síbẹ̀ yẹn ẹjọ ẹ sún sẹ́yìn torí ẹjọ ẹ lọ sẹ́yìn àwọn agbófinró ẹ sún sẹ́yìn torí wọ́n ya bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ ń bí. Dr. Busari.
Thank you. Your Excellency, the Governor of Oyo State, in one of your remarks, you said there's a difference between theory and practical.
There's a difference between theory and practical.
Okay. Now, you've been Governor of Oyo State by the grace of God for almost 4 years.
Can we be quiet, please? Can we be quiet, please? Thank you.
You've been Governor of Oyo State to the glory of God for almost 4 years. In and out of office, where do you see Oyo State in 2027? The same question goes to Chief Adebayo Adelabu. The second part of my question, which goes to the two of them too, what is your take on restructuring? Thank you.
Our guest.
Thank you very much.
I hope you heard correctly. And now, Nigerian Tribune, Pastor Olanewaju, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká jókòó bá ṣe ń lọ ẹ̀yin tá ń lọ, especially most of the leaders of our court. Kindly help us tell your members to please sit. Ẹ jókòó. Ẹ̀yin olórí ẹgbẹ́ PDP, ẹ bá wa sọ fún àwọn èèyàn kí wọ́n jókòó. Àwọn tí a fìwé pé ẹ̀yin náà jókòó. Pastor Olanewaju.
Chief Bayo Adelabu, as a man who aspires to lead Oyo State, what kind of state do you envision? What kind of Oyo State do you see as somebody who aspires to lead the state? Secondly, currently, the IGR of Oyo State is about 30%. It's about 30%. It's about 30% of the budget for last year, at least. 30% of the budget for last year, IGR of Oyo State was about 30% of the budget for last year. What plans do you have to show up the IGR of the state? Your Excellency, sir, when you are coming in 2019, you had a vision for the state. What percentage of that vision will you say has been realized now? Then, I know that you have done quite a bit with increasing the IGR. According to MBS, I think Oyo State was number 6. But it's just about 30%. I'm looking at what is happening now. The revenue from petroleum going down. What plans do you have to further increase the revenue of Oyo State? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Mayor, I must pass a comment, please. I'm not very satisfied with the level of arrangements of this debate. There are so much distractions. And we can hardly hear the questions they are asking. I believe we are all here to learn from ourselves and to listen to the manifestos of the two Guba candidates here. And when people are up there making noise, we can't enjoy ourselves. Thank you very much for the question. if I heard Dr. Busari correctly, you said, where do I see Oyo State in 2027? And Alhaji Sulaiman, that what is my plan to increase the IGR of Oyo State? Did I get you right? Thank you very much. I will respond to the question. But before then, I also want to remind our governor here that 2015, which you made reference to. You remember I was in your house. We were in front of the house. I came to give my little support, you remember? And I then saw I was not content. I was in CBN then as deputy governor. And I said, more support, Brother Emilio. But I make sure I win, Abi, because Teba win in 2015 year. Emi ati Lajoma Fani 2019 charity. And you said something because sorry about that. They say voice populi, voice dei, OYO, Oluwolon. You said, Bayo, you're my brother now. Just give me that opportunity to go first. Tebarati. Then after me, you will go. I say, it's one time more. Abi, we are at the end of the time now. You remember very well. So, I want to get it if I shall see by. You've done your first one time. Is my next turn now. Thank you very much. Eshe. Now, Ejeki, that question here. Eshe. Thank you. Oduberi na to no kan nìkan. Eshe, please. Eshe, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, my vision for Oyo State 2027, like I keep saying, being a governor is not do or die for me, but it's an ambition to see Oyo State that is better than this, because I'm a major stakeholder here. If I'm fully satisfied with the first time of my brother, Governor Seyi Makinde, probably I wouldn't even go for the contest. But I believe this is not the best we can offer. The governor has done his best. I believe we can leverage on what he has done and perform better. And our vision goes with this acronym, the service acronym, which is a summary of our manifesto and agenda. The first one is to see a fully secure Oyo State, where lives and properties will be fully secured, where our people will not die on a daily basis like chickens. I asked the question about what is the aftermath of the killing of Rahman in the world, the killing of the man in Oliole, the 17 people that died in Igangan last week. The governor avoided those questions. The excellent education system. We are a pace-setter state. Ajisebi Oyo, Lari, Oyo Isebi Enikan. Are we a pace-setter from the back? Taking a 33rd position out of 36 states is not acceptable. We must improve our educational system. Affordable housing. I agree with the governor that we need to provide conducive environment for the private sector to operate, But I have not seen that environment in this government. How many housing units has the private sector built in 4 years of this administration? The value chain agriculture. We have been constructing roads linking us to Okeogun. In 4 years, tí a bá fi ọdún mẹ́wàá pilẹ̀ ìgbà wo la fẹ́ jájà. Ọdún mẹ́rin pọ̀ jù láti máa ṣe ọ̀nà nìkan, láti máa fún àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ní irinṣẹ́, láti máa ṣe irrigation, preservation, silos. Agro-allied industry mélòó láti dá sílẹ̀? Ethanol factory, do we have it? Chocolate factory, do we have it? Fruit juice manufacturing factory, do we have it? And we have the primary products. Ilé-iṣẹ́ mélòó láti mú wá sí ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́? Health care system. Hospital mélòó láti kọ́? PHC, one per ward, only governor promise wa, mélòó náà ti ṣe nínú 351. Then, it is pitiable that this government admitted they have failed on sanitation.
30 seconds.
Olódùṣejù.
30 seconds.
I believe we are going to see Oyo State that is better in all these aspects of government business come 2027, inshallah. And for the internal generated revenue, ṣẹ́rí ẹni tó bá mọ ọ̀nà ló yẹ kí á tẹ̀lé. At this point in time in Oyo State, we need an economic engineer, not an electrical engineer. We need a financial expert. Ẹni tó mọ bí tí àwọn owó yẹn wà tàti máa wá jáde. Because ẹni tó máa dáṣọ fún ni tọrọ ẹ̀ láwò.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Fresh FM, Blast FM, in collaboration with so many radio stations. His Excellency, Governor Seyi Makinde, has the floor. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Ẹ jẹ́ kí a gbọ́rọ̀ tí gómìnà ó sọ.
Well, ẹ ṣeun. The first question tí wọ́n béèrè níbí is about restructuring. What is my take on restructuring? And also what kind of Oyo State ni àárín ní 2027? Restructuring, two major restructuring issues landing in Nigeria. The first one is on security, state police. I am at the forefront of people agitating for state police. Actually, our reaction, Lori Amatekun, was based on a midway approach. We couldn't get state police, but we needed to secure our people. Amatekun only the midway approach. And if today the constitution of Nigeria is changed to allow for state police, we have the structure, we have the personnel to convert Amatekun immediately to state police. Now the other issue, tó jẹ́ pé on restructuring tí a ní ní Nigeria, is on local government autonomy and local government administration. I can tell you anywhere in the world, federating units, they are two. But it's only in Nigeria, Latini federating units, tó jẹ́ mẹ́ta. Local government, they are not supposed to be going to Abuja to collect federal allocation because and I want to federate state at the federal government. The state should be able to decide. Tó bá jẹ́ 120 local government ni mo fẹ́ ní ní Ọ̀yọ́ state, I should be able to have it. Not legislating into the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 778 local government. Is an anomaly. And for me, I will agitate that we have fiscal autonomy, fiscal federalism, and we also have two federating units, state and the federal government. Now, on IGR, ní Ọ̀yọ́ State, when we came in, Ọ̀yọ́ State didn't depend lórí federal allocation 67%. Go and check the facts. 67% of what we spend near Ọ̀yọ́ State only over from federal allocation. But in these past 3+ years, to reduce our dependence on federal allocation to around 51%. It is massive. So 2027, what kind of Oyo State do I want to see? By the grace of God, you have the roadmap for sustainable development in Oyo State, 2023 to 2027. And some of the facts is available on our website. Fact check it and let us know if you disagree with any of the facts. I want to see an Oyo State where by 2027 there's a 110-kilometer circular road around Ibadan. All our zones are linked. The airport, where we fix the road, at the fixed airport road, don't see. Or I'm going to the almost lane meta, meji atabolo and bensi. And at the aviation fuel storage and dispensing facility. So right now, within 4 years, we've seen an Oyo State where aircraft can land in Ibadan and fuel and go back to where they're going. In another 4 years, there will be an Oyo State where international flights will be taken off. Lati Ibadan. I believe we have done well for the people of Oyo State. On our 4 pillars: education, health. How many of the primary health care centers Lati fix? Well, 351 was Lower Oyo State. The ones that have been renovated right now, they are above 250. So, Teobati, the local government, is all over the place. Now, on expansion of our economy, we said under Omituntun Akpakini that we were going to expand our economy through agribusiness and development of infrastructure. Now, 2023 to 2027, we are adding 2 sub-pillars. Expansion of our economy will also take in tourism, and it will also take in, because Teba Losi Ado Awaye and all these other places start and link up together. On serve dual purpose, apart from providing the infrastructure needed to move farm produce and all of that, tourism will also benefit from the work that we've done. And under expansion of our economy, solid minerals development will also come in, because Oyo State is blessed with solid minerals. Teba Losi Wajowa, Kajola, all those axes, they are sitting on very huge amount of lithium. And lithium is the new gold in the world we're in. So I will see an Oyo State where the dependence on federal allocation could need you 25% law, where our IGR láì fara ní àwọn aráàlú will have increased to between 7 and 10 billion on a monthly basis.
1 more minute.
And I believe, well, in 3 weeks' time, Alala Fioko Olehan, in 3 weeks' time. And I will also say, for Bayo and myself, he told you, 2015, he came to my house to give me support. Nígbà tí mo contest under SDP. So, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá fẹ́ para yín, torí pé Ṣèyí àti Bayo wọ́n contest, it is your own headache. By the time the election bá lọ tán, èmi àti Bayo, we will sit down again and láti move Oyo State forward is what we are concerned about. Me, whether mo ṣe second term náà end ni, tó náà bá ṣe single term, you got triple kó tó lè. That is the exact
Thank you so much.
Ẹ ṣe mo dúpẹ́.
Wow. Ẹ ṣé ṣé ẹ ti rí pé àwọn olùdíje méjèèjì ṣé ẹ ti rí pé ọmọlúàbí làwọn méjèèjì. Ẹ fún àwọn méjèèjì látẹ̀wọ́ o ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Ọmọlúàbí ni wọ́n. The final. Ẹ jókòó. A fẹ́ gbé ètò tí ń lọ bí tí a ti fẹ́ ṣe ẹnu bí ṣíbí. Mo ti gbọ́ gbogbo ìbéèrè tí àwọn panelists wa ti béèrè. Mo ti gbọ́ gbogbo ìdáhùn tí àwọn méjèèjì ti dá wa lóhùn. Thank you. Let's have a seat, please, please. Let's have a seat. Ẹ ṣé gan. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jókòó. Ìbéèrè tí èmi ní fún ẹ̀yin méjèèjì 30 ìṣẹ́jú ló yẹ ká lò, ṣùgbọ́n a ti wo àsìkò. Ohun tí mo ti gbọ́ lẹ́nìí mo rò pé ó ti ṣe aráàlú lóore. So ìbéèrè tí èmi ó béèrè tí mo ti gbé wá tẹ́lẹ̀ tó jẹ́ 10, ẹyọ kan péré ni wọ́n béèrè. I will start with Chief Adebayo Adelabu Penklemes. Chief Adebayo Adelabu, thank you, please. Chief Adebayo Adelabu Penklemesi. Mo fẹ́ kí ẹ fi dá ará ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ tí wọ́n ń gbọ́ wa lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. A dìbò presidency àti àwọn ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin àgbààgbà ní ọjọ́ Sátidé. Àmọ́ bí tí yóò wò sí. Olóyè Adélabú à ń gbọ́ oríṣiríṣi. Mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ kẹ́ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. You were once in APC. And now you are in accord. Ahead of March 11, Chief Adelabu, is there any chance, is there any possibility of you working with your former party, APC? Will you, at any point in time, consider stepping down or working in alliance with your former party come March 11? Awuyewuye ń lọ nígboro Mbeka FCC. Chief Adebayo Adelabu, is Accord Party open to alliance, stepping down ahead of March 11?
Thank you. Mayor, I don't think this question is necessary because Accord Party is a fully autonomous political party. Kò sí ọ̀nà tí accord tí ó máa step down fún any party. Ohun kan tẹ́yìn ò ní jẹ, èyí ò ní fi irun mú. We have come a long way. Ẹ lọ sí ìgboro, ẹ lọ bèrè ẹgbẹ́ tí ayé ń fẹ́. Accord ni. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Tí a bá wá rí ẹgbẹ́ kankan tí ẹ̀rù ti ń bà, tí wọ́n fẹ́ wá tẹríba, pé wọ́n fẹ́ step down fún àwa máa tẹ́wọ́ gbà wọ́n. Ṣùgbọ́n under no circumstance will me, Adebayo, Abdulwahid, Adekola, Adelabu step down for any gubernatorial candidate. Kò ṣeé ṣe.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Ẹ fún Adelabu ní àtẹ́wọ́ tiẹ̀. Gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Ìbéèrè tí mo fẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín nígbà tí ẹ wá fún town hall ní Fresh FM, ọ̀rọ̀ méjì jáde, ẹ̀dẹ̀ yànnàná ẹ̀ díẹ̀. Mo fẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín lénìí. Tertiary institutions in Oyo State. At the town hall, you said you are open to reviewing the use of consultants in tertiary institutions. Mr. Governor, will you reiterate before the people of Oyo State? Will you come out clean before the people of Oyo State? If elected as their governor, March 11, will you, in those two areas you mentioned at the town hall, review of consultancy usage in tertiary institutions? And you also promised to review the role of PMS. I want clarification. I want you to be honest. A lot of people who have issues. Mr. Governor, are you open? Will you confirm before the people of your state that these two areas that have been raised, you are open to review moving forward if elected? You have the floor.
Thank you, Mayor. As an administrator, and also as somebody tó jẹ́ pé ó nígbàgbọ́ nínú Ọlọ́run, I always say to people pé only Ọlọ́run nìkan ni kò ní àbàwọ́n. Only Ọlọ́run ọba nìkan ló jẹ́ pé decision tó bá ti take, that is it. Only Ọlọ́run ọba nìkan ló gbọ́n tán tó mọ̀ tán. Èmi gẹ́gẹ́ bí gómìnà yín nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́, I may not be right all the time. I'm also for everybody, don't expect that I'll be right 100% of the time. But one thing I promise the people of Oyo State, I will be honest with them all the time. So those things that I mentioned at the town hall meeting, our review consultants, they should bring out data, bring out hard facts, not because Sherry governance is complex. It's complex. Ibi tó kọjú sẹ́nìkan, ẹ̀yìn ló kọ sẹ́lòmíì. Ẹlòmíì tí wọ́n bá gbé nǹkan wá síwájú yín, ẹ ní mọ̀ yìí pé wọ́n ní ulterior motive. But through facts, through data, through logic, I'll tackle all of those things, and I make bold to say, when in your state, should be election launch, everybody law campaign kakiri. I've been running elections here last 2007. The first time tí mo lọ sí meeting òṣèlú enter jọ lọ ibi tí wọ́n ti ń tira wa tí mo fi ọwọ́ mu apẹ́ mo rí i pé ìfúnpá wà ń bẹ̀. Mo wá béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé ṣé kí ló wà ń bẹ̀? Ó ní ìfúnpá ni. Ipe ṣé mi ò mú kankan wá láti lé ni mi ò mú kankan wá mi ò mọ̀. But in Oyo State today, at a move kọjá level yẹn, and we hope to keep improving on that. Ẹ ṣeun mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín.
Gómìnà ẹ ṣì dúró. Thank you. In 5 minutes, this debate will be over. The governor, by privilege, will always have the last say. It is time for the two guests to ask each other just one question. The governor will ask Chief Adelabu. Chief Adelabu will answer. Then Chief Adelabu will ask the governor. And Chief Adelabu will take turns. Gómìnà, ìbéèrè kan tí ẹ bá fẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ Chief Adelabu.
Okay. Ṣé ìbéèrè tí ò ní mọ answer sí lẹ́fẹ́ kí n béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ni àbí ìyẹn tó ní answer sí? I will say that this is a brotherly contest. And mo wish Bayo Adelabu, I wish him well. Ní March 11, but I will prevail. So,
ìbéèrè gómìnà.
Kò sí question kankan fún Bayo, but you can ask your own question.
Ṣé ẹ ti rí pé brotherly conversation làwa ṣe ń bí? Chief Adelabu.
Your Excellency,
Your
Excellency, thank you so much. Eshe, thank you for wishing me well. Ẹni tó bá gbé abọ́ oúnjẹ dání lè máa ń béèrè nǹkan lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Àbí àwọn ò tí gbé nǹkan kan dání ẹ̀ lè rí kọ́ṣẹ̀ tó fẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ wa. Ṣùgbọ́n àwa ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tá a lè béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín because wàhálà ń tàgbẹ̀. Ọlọ́ọ̀ba ló máa ń jẹ́ kí iṣu kó ta. Ẹni tí kòkó ẹ̀ bá dẹ̀ yè òun ló mọ̀ ń lọ kọ́lọ́ọ̀ba kó fi èrè sí iṣẹ́ gbogbo wa. Ní 2019 mo dìbò ńgbà yẹn ó wu Ọlọ́run ọba ó gbé victory fún yín àwọlé sọ́mọ́ ò jábọ́ o àfìlú ìsílẹ̀ láti gbà yẹn. Àtúnṣe dáadáa ni because as a politician it's not the first time ló máa get tó ń fẹ́. It is the tenacity, it is the determination and the continuous trial. Ẹ sọ ní pé 2007 to 2019 that's 12 years àbí tẹ̀fílẹ̀ èkó tẹ̀ ò rí. Àádọ́ ti ṣe 2015 àbí 2019 ọdún kẹrin nìyí. Lágbára Ọlọ́run ní March 11, 2023 a jáwé olúborí. So question mi fún His Excellency the Executive Governor of Oyo State fún àǹfààní gbogbo àwa tá a wà ń bí àtàwọn tó ń gbọ́ wa nílé because tí Ọlọ́run bá ríyàn kéèyàn jẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn kan ríyàn náà. Ó ní bẹ̀tà ní question yẹn mo kàn fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ fèsì sí. Question tẹ̀lé answer ni kò ń ṣe tí ó le púpọ̀ jù Àkọ́kọ́, ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ IGR bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe increase 1.9 to 3 point something. Ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ project 70-80 billion. Salary 7 point something billion. This and that. Ẹ̀yin nìkan lẹ rí. Kí ló dé as a modern day government? Probity, transparency, and accountability. Ó require kẹ́ máa publish state account wa, tá a máa rí revenue that generates, a máa rí expenditure, iye salary, iye projects, àti iye tẹ́ gbà l'Abuja, so that tọ́lọ́ ń bá rí yín, àwọn èèyàn náà máa rí yín. Why tá a ṣe yẹn fún odindi ọdún mẹ́rin? Then Ọ̀yọ́ state, owó wa ò tí ì pọ̀ tó nǹkan. Tá a bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn state tó ní owó ní Nàìjíríà, a sì ní the first 5. Lagos wà ń bẹ̀, Rivers wà ń bẹ̀, Delta wà ń bẹ̀, Kano wà ń bẹ̀. Àwa a sì manage ni. So owó tí a bá rí ó yẹ ká lò dáadáa. Mo fẹ́ béèrè báwo lẹ ṣe prioritize pé máa ná a whole 20 billion lórí à ń kọ́ gáràjì mọ́tò tẹ̀dẹ̀ fi ètò ẹ̀kọ́, ètò ìlera àti títí ọ̀nà mọ́tò tá a fi sílẹ̀. Then àwọn tí a náwó lé lórí rẹpẹtẹ, ṣé wọ́n supervise àwọn project yẹn dáadáa ni? Stadium tá a kọ́ ní 5.2 billion, NFA ní pé kò meet standard. Street light tá a ṣe tá a fi diesel power wọ́n tàn mọ́. Àwọn ọ̀dọ̀ kankan tá a ṣe irú tìṣẹ́ nìyẹn àgbàrá ń wọ́ lọ.
30 seconds, please.
Then lastly, local government. Kí ló dé tí believe nínú local government? Because our federalism provide for 3 levels of government and legislation, exclusive list, concurrent list, àti residual list. Kí ló dé tí jẹ́ káwọn local government kan function dáadáa? Our questions mi ni.
Ìbéèrè kan la ní kí olóyè béèrè. Wọ́n béèrè mẹ́ta mẹ́rin. Gómìnà ó dáhùn. Tí gómìnà bá ti dáhùn, we draw this debate to a close.
Thank you, Bayo. First,
thank you so much.
The account and records of expenditure kò ní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú governor. You have the auditor general. O lè rí signature governor níbẹ̀. So mo mọ̀ pé wọ́n ṣe gbogbo àwọn iṣẹ́ yẹn. Mi ò mọ̀ bóyá there is a law tó sọ pé a copy must be given to anybody. But if you need a copy, they will send a copy to you. Now, most of the other questions that you lump together, Ikpe Stadium, wọ́n ní kò meet standard. Well, the same NFA Logbo International match wá síbẹ̀ tá a wò under street light. The same NFA ló ń fi Ọ̀yọ́ State sí bíìdì wọn for African Cup of Nations. And the street lights, when we came in, you as a chairman, Security Trust Fund, solar sí Ring Road we had to remove all of them torí pé they were not bright enough. We have put the infrastructure in place for 225 kilometers of light up. It was 0 nígbà tá a dé. Now you have the infrastructure, sustainability, and how to ensure that availability is more than 80-90%. That we're working on. But you cannot work on that if the infrastructure does not exist in the first instance. Now, please, I want everyone to listen very carefully to this. Ibadan, only capital of your state. And báwo ni Ìbàdàn ṣe ń gbòòrò sí? The only reason tí Ìbàdàn ṣe ń gbòòrò sí only because of its nodality. It grew out of being a nodal city. So from that nodality, nta lè ṣe only pé ká make experience àwọn èèyàn tó bá ń pass through ibi from everywhere. Kò sí bó ṣe ń bọ̀ láti Èkó tó fẹ́ lọ sí north. Sometimes to fellow see certain part of southwest Imbi without passing through Ibadan. Both our transportation system chaotic. Me when I was growing up, Teba Losi ni Dubembi Ogunpa any garage imbe fenced wonu beloni. Àwọn tó bá lè experience wọ́n á sọ fún yín wọnú garage yẹn lọ ni. Even as far back as late 70s, early 80s. Now all of that we destroyed. And for us to have advantage lórí our transport sector, we have to put the investment in. Now tẹ́ bá lọ sí Ọ̀jọ́. Let's say chaos there she wà nínú bẹ̀yẹn, but inú that stamina òun ni wọ́n ti ṣe gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe. At least àti achieve nǹkan kan. We've been able to move the people inside this bus terminals. Now organization and how we move forward on that. Tí àwọn èèyàn tẹ́ bá ní kí wọ́n ní change of attitude àti change. It's always very difficult. Ẹ láti fún wọn ní time láti adapt, and that is the period I want to see. The bottom line is that they are also making money for the government. Our park management system. Ó dùn mí pé brother mi, because àwọn ni mo rò pé wọ́n á béèrè question yẹn, because he said he was going to turn it into an hospital or something like that. Èmi náà dẹ̀ ń wò pé pẹ̀lú bí àwọn tí ẹ̀ ṣe campaign náà, mo rò pé wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ chairman disciplinary committee park management system ni. But since the wọn ò wá, time la need, we will get the benefit for all of this. Not even just in terms of our vehicles tó ń wọlé tó ń jáde, but in terms of organization. Tẹ́ bá lọ sí Amsterdam, see buy fly. I've seen you with that bag. Rí ní Èkó. So ní Ọ̀yọ́ state, nítorí náà fẹ́ ní pé tẹ́ bá ti ń pass through, ẹ lè wọnú ibì kan tó jẹ́ pé ẹ lè wo sinimá, ẹ lè ṣe lè, ẹ lè sùn síbì, ẹ tó bá fẹ́ fẹ́yàwó gan, ó lè fẹ́yàwó níbì kí wọ́n dúró. Ẹ ṣe mo dúpẹ́.
Ladies and gentlemen, ẹ̀yin ará ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́, ẹ jọ̀wọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká dìde ká fún àwọn méjèèjì ní àtẹ́wọ́ tó rinlẹ̀. Ẹ fún wọn ní àtẹ́wọ́ tó rinlẹ̀. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Dr. Yinka Ayefele, ẹ dákẹ́ o. Ẹni tó gbé ètò yìí kalẹ̀, Fresh FM, Dr. Yinka Ayefele. Wọ́n fẹ́ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ ṣé.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ká jókòó. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Ẹ ṣé. Thank you. Please sit down. Ẹ jókòó. Ẹ ṣé o. Ẹ lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ náà. Màá dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa nílé. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin ará ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa nílé. Àti ẹ̀yin iléeṣẹ́ rédíò bíi méjèèje tó darapọ̀ mọ́ Fresh FM títí dé òkè ògùn tí ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ wa lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. A sì dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn, ẹ̀yin alátìlẹyìn, ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ tí ẹ tẹ̀lé àwọn gómìnà wa. Ọpẹ́ pàtàkì lọ́wọ́ àwọn olùdíje méjèèjì tí wọ́n yẹ́ mi sí tí wọ́n pọ́n mi lé. Ẹ bá mi pàtẹ́wọ́ fún His Excellency the Executive Governor of Oyo State. Ẹ bá mi pàtẹ́wọ́ fún wọn. Bákan náà, ẹ bá mi pàtẹ́wọ́ fún my very good brother, the incoming governor. The incoming governor of Oyo State, Adebayo Adelabu Pekele. Well, thank you very much. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. Ṣẹ́rí yẹ̀yẹ́ ni mo ṣe o pẹ̀lú incoming mi yẹn o.
Ó lè jẹ́ 2027.
Ṣẹ́rí sìn àti gómìnà àti Báyọ̀ wọ́n ti ń fi mí ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́. So wọ́n ní àwọn làwọn mọ̀ báwọn ṣe máa tò láàrin ara wọn. So now mo fẹ́. Mayor sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan tó bí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nínú nìyẹn. Of that opportunity. Bayo Adelabu Penkelemo Yiwura wọ́n sì make use of that opportunity. Now wọ́n ní kẹ́ ẹ wá jẹ sàrà ẹ lọ́jọ́ wọnú ṣé epo la ní kẹ́ ẹ mú wá ní àbíyọ̀ a ní kẹ́ ẹ mówó wá a ní kẹ́ ẹ wá sọ nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe fún àwọn èèyàn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ẹ wá ń sá ẹ ń dodge ẹ ń fún wa ní excuse tó sì jẹ́ pé ó ní àdéhùn tá a ti jọ ṣe títí di ọ̀sán yìí kó tó di pé ọ á sọ pé ìgbàdógóje èrò wájà ṣùgbọ́n gẹ́gẹ́ bí mayor ṣe sọ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ló ń béèrè pé lágbájá ńkọ́ tàmẹ̀dò ńkọ́ kò sẹ́ni tá a pè o àwọn ewúrẹ́ olóhùn ò bá gùntàn ṣe àgùntàn ló lọ́mọ ìyá òun òbí dúdú so ní ògo Ọlọ́run ó sì dá mi lójú bá a ṣe sọ nínú hall ìjọ náà lọ́jọ́ yẹn rèé 4 years ago Governor Ṣèyí Mákindé Báyọ̀ Adélábù ani the next governor of Oyo State ó wà níbi tá a wà yìí yes or no ẹ kì í ṣe endorsement torí pé àwọn aráalé ti gbọ́ nǹkan tán fẹ́ sọ tí wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe tí wá ní ká sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn aráalé ló máa decide we are for nobody we belong to everybody a kì í ṣe any political party iṣẹ́ wa là ń ṣe abẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n jíngù APC ẹ̀gbọ́n jíngù APC PDP Accord àti AMPP gbogbo jíngù party là ń gbé lórí Fresh FM ẹni bá wá sọ pé ti party kan là ń ṣe ó kù Ọlọ́run. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, let's make way. National anthem. National anthem, please.
Hey, ha. Oh yeah, man,